Have you ever heard of lights that silently follow people across the desert? Or a massive drawing in the ground so large it can only be seen from the sky? Australia is home to some of the most mysterious and unexplained phenomena on Earth. Despite decades of research, scientists still can't fully explain many of these strange events. So what exactly is happening in these remote parts of the continent, and could the truth be even stranger than we imagine? What if some of these mysteries are hiding truths that science still hasn't discovered? Here are 10 of the most intriguing Australian mysteries that scientists still struggle to fully explain. Number 10. The Somerton Man. One of Australia's strangest unsolved cases is the mystery of the Somerton Man. In 1948, the body of an unidentified man was discovered on Somerton Beach in Adelaide. He had no identification, and the labels on his clothing had been removed. In a hidden pocket of his clothing, investigators found a small piece of paper containing the words "tamam shud," a Persian phrase meaning ended or finished. Over the years, investigators uncovered additional clues, including a mysterious book containing coded messages. In 2022, DNA testing suggested the man may have been an engineer named Carl Webb, but many aspects of the case, including how he died and why he carried coded messages, remain unexplained. Who was the Somerton Man, and what secret was he carrying? Number 9. Wycliffe Well, Australia's UFO capital. The remote outback location of Wycliffe Well gained fame in the late 20th century as a hotspot for UFO sightings. Often referred to as the UFO capital of Australia, the area became a tourist attraction for enthusiasts hoping to witness unexplained lights or objects in the sky. Visitors frequently reported strange glowing objects moving silently across the desert sky. Some scientists believe many sightings could be satellites, aircraft, or natural atmospheric effects. However, the number of sightings reported in the region has made it a notable location for UFO research. Could these lights have a natural explanation or something far stranger? Number 8. The Yowie. Australia's version of Bigfoot is known as the Yowie. The Yowie is said to be a large, hairy, ape-like creature living in remote forests and mountain regions. Reports of sightings date back hundreds of years and appear in Aboriginal stories as well as modern eyewitness accounts. Some witnesses describe enormous footprints, strange screams, and shadowy figures in the bush. Yet despite many alleged sightings, no physical evidence such as bones or DNA has ever been confirmed. Scientists generally attribute sightings to misidentified animals, hoaxes, or psychological factors. Still, the legend continues to fascinate researchers and cryptid enthusiasts. Is the Yowie just a legend, or could something unknown still roam Australia's forests? Number 7. The disappearance of Harold Holt. One of Australia's most puzzling historical mysteries is the disappearance of former Prime Minister Harold Holt. On December 17, 1967, Holt went swimming at Cheviot Beach, near Melbourne, a location known for its powerful and dangerous ocean currents. Shortly after entering the water, he was seen struggling and was quickly swept out to sea. A massive search operation followed, involving divers, helicopters, naval teams, and hundreds of volunteers. But despite days of effort, Holt's body was never recovered. Most experts believe he drowned because the waters at Cheviot Beach can be extremely rough and unpredictable. However, the absence of physical evidence led to widespread speculation and conspiracy theories over the years. Some claimed he was secretly picked up by a Chinese submarine, while others suggested he staged his disappearance. Historians generally dismiss these theories, yet Holt's mysterious vanishing continues to fascinate people decades later. Did Harold Holt simply drown, or is there more to this mystery? Number 6. The Bunyip Legend. The mysterious creature known as the Bunyip has been part of Australian folklore for centuries. Aboriginal stories describe the Bunyip as a strange creature living in rivers, swamps, and billabongs. Descriptions vary widely, some depict it as having a dog-like head, while others describe it as reptilian or seal-like. European settlers in the 1800s also reported sightings of strange animals near waterways, leading to widespread speculation. Some scientists suggest the legend may have originated from encounters with large animals, such as seals, or from fossil discoveries of extinct megafauna. Despite these theories, the Bunyip remains one of Australia's most famous mythical creatures, blending folklore with possible historical observations. Number 5. Lake Hillier's Pink Water. On Middle Island off the coast of Western Australia lies a lake with a remarkable appearance. Lake Hillier is famous for its bright pink water. Unlike many lakes whose colours change with seasons, Lake Hillier maintains its pink hue year-round. Scientists believe the colour is caused by microorganisms and algae that produce pigments, particularly a microalga known as Donnellyella salina. However, researchers still debate exactly how these organisms interact with salt and environmental conditions to produce such a vivid colour. Even when the water is removed from the lake, it retains its pink colour, something that continues to intrigue scientists studying the phenomenon. Number 4. The Westfall UFO incident. One of the most famous UFO sightings in Australian history occurred in 1966 at Westfall High School in Melbourne. More than 200 students and teachers reportedly witnessed strange flying objects hovering in the sky before descending into a nearby field. Witnesses described metallic disc-shaped craft moving silently at incredible speeds. Some said one object even landed briefly before taking off again. The incident sparked widespread attention and speculation. Some witnesses later claimed that authorities instructed them not to discuss what they saw. Skeptics suggest the objects might have been high-altitude research balloons used for atmospheric testing. However, many witnesses insist the objects moved in ways balloons could not. Despite investigations and decades of discussion, the Westfall sighting remains unexplained. Number 3. The Morning Glory Cloud. Every year in northern Australia, a spectacular atmospheric phenomenon appears in the skies above the Gulf of Carpentaria. Known as the Morning Glory Cloud, it forms massive rolling clouds that stretch for hundreds of kilometers. These clouds look like giant tubes rolling across the sky and can travel at speeds of up to 60 kilometers per hour. Pilots and glider enthusiasts often travel to the region just to witness and sometimes ride the phenomenon. Scientists believe the clouds are caused by complex interactions between sea breezes, temperature layers, and atmospheric pressure waves. However, the precise conditions that create the Morning Glory Cloud remain difficult to predict. Although researchers have developed several models to explain the phenomenon, no single theory fully explains why it occurs regularly in this specific region, while remaining rare elsewhere in the world. Number 2. The Maree Man. Deep in South Australia's remote desert lies one of the largest mysterious artworks ever discovered. Known as the Maree Man, this enormous geoglyph depicts an Aboriginal hunter holding a boomerang or throwing stick. The figure is around 2.7 kilometers tall and stretches across an area of roughly 2.5 square kilometers. It was discovered in 1998 by a pilot flying over the region. Surprisingly, no one has ever claimed responsibility for creating it, despite the massive effort required. Researchers believe heavy machinery must have been used to carve the lines into the desert floor, yet no witnesses have come forward, and no equipment traces were found in the isolated region. Some theories suggest the geoglyph was created as an elaborate art project or publicity stunt. Others speculate it may have involved early GPS technology, but to this day the identity of the creator or creators remains unknown. Number 1. The Min Min Lights. One of Australia's most famous unexplained phenomena is the mysterious Min Min light, glowing orbs that appear in the remote Outback. For over a century, travellers across Queensland and other regions have reported seeing floating lights hovering above the horizon. Witnesses often describe them as white, green, or bluish orbs that seem to follow people or vehicles for long distances. These lights have been part of Aboriginal oral traditions long before European settlers arrived. Many Indigenous communities considered them spiritual signs or warnings. Scientists have attempted to explain the phenomenon using atmospheric physics. One theory suggests the lights may be caused by distant car headlights refracted through temperature layers in the desert air, creating a mirage-like optical illusion. However, this explanation does not account for all sightings, especially those reported before automobiles existed. As a result, the Min Min lights remain one of Australia's most enduring mysteries. Australia's mysteries range from strange natural phenomena to puzzling historical events and unexplained sightings. While science has made progress in understanding some of these mysteries, many questions remain unanswered. The Min Min lights still appear across the Outback. The identity of the Maree Man's creator remains unknown. The Westfall UFO sighting continues to puzzle investigators. And legends such as the Bunyip and the Yowie still capture the imagination of people around the world. These mysteries remind us that even in an age of advanced technology and scientific knowledge, the world still holds secrets waiting to be discovered. Whether the answers lie in natural science, human history, or undiscovered phenomena, Australia remains one of the most fascinating places for exploring the unknown. Before we dive deeper, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell, because we bring you amazing mysteries, fascinating facts, and stories from around the world.